Trisha Paytas was right all along. Trisha Paytas said in her podcast, I have the audio recording. I'm going to play it for you. For those people who said Trisha Paytas didn't say anything at all about Mikayla, this is what she said.
I feel like there is something wrong with product placement on like such a serious issue. You know what I mean? So I feel like there is something wrong with product placement on like such a serious issue. You know what I mean? So
one more time for the people in the back row.
Product placement on like such a serious issue. You know what I mean?
I feel like there is something wrong with product placement on such a serious issue. That is why Mikayla Nogueira popped off on Trisha Paytas. That, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, watch my other YouTube video to get caught up on all the tea. Grab a snack and come on back. Oh, yes. Trisha Paytas was right all along. Fans are now messaging me and they're saying, hey, I'm upset with Trisha because I feel like she backpedaled. What she said was valid. What she said was right. And it seems like Mikayla Nogueira doesn't want people to say things like that. For her to get on camera, Trisha Paytas, and say, I feel like it was disingenuous to hold up a product. And it makes Mikayla look like, oh my God, I can't talk about it. Because if you look at Mikayla's TikToks, it's heavily filtered. It's all positive. Now let's get into the drama. Because Mikayla Nogueira posted, well not her, but her team for Point of View Beauty, her skincare line, they posted a photo that now has lots of negative comments underneath it. So they posted this photo right here on the POV, skincare thing. It's problematic because in the comment section, the description, they're hashtagging it, and I have the hashtags right here, they're hashtagging it Korean skincare, Seoul, Korea, skincare routine. It is not Korean skincare. In order for it to be Korean skincare, the CEO would have to be Korean or of Korean. You know what I'm saying? That type vibe. It's not. She's a founder, and then the real CEO is not Korean. So that already is kind of like, you can't be hashtagging that, right? Anyways, that's just splitting hairs. I have receipts right here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the list goes on and on and on of people complaining that they have not gotten their POV orders yet. I ordered it the day of the launch. I was there. Then it said that I had to wait 3 to 7 days, fine, normal. But then the other prompt was, you'll get it on the 21st, something along the lines of that. Then the other prompt recently was, it starts shipping on the 21st. That's practically just about a month of waiting for POV Beauty. Girl, you know how many stuff has already come out? So I messaged them. At the time making this video, I haven't checked. I haven't got a response back. But so many people are messaging them saying that where's my order and they want it back. Here we go, roll it.
This message is for Mikayla and Mikayla only. When I purchased POV, it said 3 to 5 business days. Why am I still waiting a month later? Almost a month later? What's going on? It hasn't even said shipped. If you purchased it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you purchased it and you already got it, please let me know down in the comments because it said 3 to 5 days. We're still waiting, girl. We're still waiting. What's going on? You weren't prepared? Can't wait to use it. I heard whip it is the best. I like to whip it. Let's get it.
Then you have people saying that Mikayla Nogueira getting on camera and talking about her husband Cody's in recovery. Here's what they're saying about that. Here we go.
I want to talk for a second about Mikayla Nogueira talking about her partner going into rehab. I was in a documentary about addiction that came out in the 90s, the late 90s. And that experience of having 2 million people watch that documentary fundamentally changed the lives of all the people involved because it removed our privacy around what is a health issue, which is addiction. Her videos now talking about this man's addiction issues have reached millions, tens of millions of people. She has taken away his right to privacy. And I can say, even though at the time I signed away my rights, I didn't really understand what the long-term implications of that would be. And he doesn't either. He can't understand right now because he's going through his own struggles. She has taken away his right to heal in private.
And, I think that Trisha Paytas was right all along. And I don't understand why she wasn't like, you know what? Like, if Trisha's going to align herself with Mikayla, I would be very careful. Because if Mikayla goes down, it's going to make it. Trisha's gonna go down too. It's gonna make her look bad. She's co-signing this behavior. When you have paying customers waiting on their order, and Mikayla has not yet addressed it. Instead, she's putting on Korean sperm on her face.
I'm addicted to putting sperm on my face. Salmon sperm. I'm telling you right now, I started using salmon sperm on my skin about 2 weeks ago, and my skin is tighter than my vagina after not having put out for a while. Like, my skin is tight.
That's like a real thing. And I'm like, you're so quick to address Trisha Paytas in an Instagram story, but you won't even address your own paying customers, the people who have afforded you your Birkin bags, your cars, and your homes. Now you're playing with people's money. And you're going to graduations and graduation parties and still not addressing people's concerns. And from what I hear, a lot of people are canceling their order, trying to cancel their order, don't even want it anymore. It's like you ever buy a bag and then you buy it and then you just have like maybe buyer's remorse or something, or like it's taking too long to get to you. This is not a FOMO. This isn't like I love Kim Kardashian and the whole Skims thing. I think it's great quality stuff, right? And when she drops a collection, if you don't get it within that 1 to 3 weeks, you're not gonna get it. It's gone, baby. It's gone. If you're not on the website ordering, it's gone. And this is not that. This is I bought something and it's taking 3 weeks to get, but I don't even want it anymore. Oh no, I can't do it on the phone. I don't even want it anymore. The fun, especially if you are a creator who wants, I'm gonna keep it real, who wants to buy her skincare to review it to get the views, to get the clicks. But by the time you get it almost a month later and you see all the other influencers already got it, you're like, you don't want it. It takes away the fun from it. I remember Trisha Paytas came out with these, glitter boxes and stuff. Those were fun. I bought one of those. I got it immediately. I reviewed it. It was fun. I wish she still did them. When Trisha Paytas dropped her skincare line, I reviewed it. A couple people had bad reactions to it. It was a decent skincare line. I got it. It didn't take me long. You're telling me Mikayla Nogueira is more popular than Trisha Paytas? No! Trisha Paytas is more popular than Mikayla Nogueira. And when Trisha drops something, you buy Trisha's merch and stuff, you get it. You're not waiting almost a month for it. That's not okay. Why are people letting this slide like it's an okay thing? Not to mention, and I said this all day, every day, and twice on Sunday, I don't think it's right that Mikayla kicked her husband out of the house because of his addiction. You don't isolate somebody like that. You're gonna make it worse. Girl, you might as well get divorced the house. That relationship's on the rocks. Then you talk about he was in rehab. Why did you talk about him in rehab the day he went in rehab? Why are you talking about it right before the launch of the relaunch? Yeah, you sold out, but there's a relaunch coming, a restock. It's like you're getting people buzzed up about it. The product placement is called subliminal messaging. Like, how many businesses are spending thousands of dollars just to have their product shown, even though they're not really talking about it? It's like it's in the back of your mind. You're constantly seeing it. That video with Mikayla talking about her husband in rehab has 29 million views. That's Super Bowl numbers. 29 million views. That video. This isn't a little typical little 10,000 video. 29 million views in 2025? Who's getting those types of numbers? Damn. And then here's my main issue that I wanted to talk about. Your husband goes to rehab. You say that you gave him that he gave you permission to talk about it. That's what you said, right? You asked him while he's in rehab. He's probably not even like, let me check everything on here. He's probably not all like in the right state of mind. You know what I'm saying? To even say, to give you an okay. And then you make videos that he's in rehab. So when he comes out, he's gonna be like, damn, 29 million people now know I'm in rehab.
It is so funny that you say that because I actually went on their website to try and cancel. There is no opportunity to cancel. I'm just screwed. So now they have 160 of my dollars. Yes, 160. And I have no product. When I ordered it, it said it would ship in 4 to 5 days. Now it's not gonna ship for 6 weeks. Unethical, poor planning, and bad marketing. And I'm very disappointed. I did email the company. I'm hoping they get my email. In the interim, I'm going to figure out what card I put it on. I think I used my debit card. And then I'm going to fight the charge. If they knew they only had a certain amount of stock, they shouldn't have oversold it as bad as they did. It is really bad business.
That's embarrassing. I wasn't even in the right state of mind when I told you. Why would you do that? For the clicks and the view? Damn. And then I'm hearing receipts that she got on her Instagram and alleged that she was pregnant and then deleted it. There's just rumors out there. I'm just like, it's just so much little things, right? But I'm clocking it, girl. Look, I got my little board, girl. I'm clocking it at the house. This is just in this 3 days alone. I'm clocking it, and then I call it out, and then I'm the hater. You're a hater. You're obsessed. You're obsessed. For just clocking it at the house, girl, it's like she's just, Mikayla Nogueira is a woman who does not like to be called out. Let me do what I'm doing over here, but y'all don't pay attention, guys. You're a hater to call me out, guys. Seriously. It's giving that. And the one inkling of a chance where Trisha actually said, and I have the receipt, and people are saying, Trisha Paytas backpedaled. I'm so upset that she backpedaled.
I feel like there is something wrong with product placement on like such a serious issue. You know what I mean?
So do you take that back? Do you not believe that anymore? Trisha Paytas has done a lot of dirty stuff in her past, but she's never done that, girl. Okay? Trisha Paytas, I think she got caught in, well, you know, I'm trying to be a good person. I'm not trying to get into the drama. Not really. But, you know, when Oscar brought it up, he just basically was just regurgitating what he's seen, what other people were saying online. And then he was like, yeah, you know, it was kind of, he actually was like on the fence about it. He wasn't like me, heavily opinionated on something, right? Moses, the same thing, gave the bird a benefit of the doubt. And Trisha was like, yeah. And then she said that. And that's when everybody was like, yes, Trisha, yes. And then she backpedaled it in the other video and then said, I would love to have you. And you know what was so shady? What was so shady is when Mikayla Nogueira said, I had tickets to your show. And I thought to myself, did you, Mikayla? Or are you dangling a carrot in front of Trisha's face so that way bringing attention to the fact that you even have a show? And if it meant that much to you, why did you do it on Instagram story that deletes in 24 hours, Mikayla? Why didn't you drop it on TikTok? Very interesting how they place certain videos to be seen, right? Trisha Paytas is a huge star. Why are you gonna address her in a little sub comment on 24-hour deletion on Instagram? Make a TikTok video about it. Why are you dangling, I had tickets to your show? I already see it now. As soon as Mikayla gets on stage with Trisha, they're gonna boo her. Boo, Mikayla. Like, girl, she don't even know what she's getting into, girl. From the court of public opinion on Mikayla's Instagram, her comments are heavily filtered. There's not one negative comment. Whenever Charlotte Tilbury or any beauty brand posts her on IG, it's all like, I can't believe you're working with her. Oh, no, I won't buy a thing she sells. Like that. My comments when I talk about her, people, it's the same way. People in the comment section of Trisha Paytas' video where she basically backpedaled, people are like, no, Trisha, don't backpedal. Your feelings are valid. And we're gonna take a caller from somebody. Hold on, I got my receipts right now. I think they're ready. Let's see. Let me go ahead and just call. This person wants to be anonymous. We're gonna call them Labubu.
Good morning.
Okay, you're on a recorded call.
Okay.
All right, Labubu. Tell us your tea, girl. I'm ready. Go ahead. It's recording. Go ahead. Take it away.
Okay, I just want to start out with the first point. I truly believe they intentionally did April 21st as the restock date, right? The day that they fulfill all the shipments, because they were waiting and they're lazy. Okay, they waited specifically till after the holiday. So they collected everybody's coins, they charged all of our accounts, and for everybody saying, well, just cancel your order. Okay, how would you feel if a company took your money for any other product and you didn't receive the product, or at least a shipment date? Or not a shipment date, you didn't receive a shipping confirmation. That's not normal. Even Amazon doesn't charge you. And yes, you could argue and say, POV is at Amazon. At the same time, you guys, they do not take your money unless they tell you it's a pre-order. Okay, they took our money without telling us this is a pre-order. And for anybody saying it wasn't a pre-order, what do you call it, okay, when you collect everybody's money, but there is no product? A pre-order, okay? They do it on Kickstarter all the time. Girl, I just feel like I can't. I don't know how else to explain it anymore. The comments are negative on Instagram. The comments are negative on YouTube. The only place they truly have control is TikTok. Okay, everything else that you've been fed, it's an illusion. There is a man behind the curtain I don't know what that man's name is. I forgot the CEO's name, but they're putting a little blinder over you on TikTok. And I feel like the audience is starting to wake up, but there's still some people that are like, well, cancel your order. So that's what I have to say for the meantime. Do you have any additional comments, or would you like any other opinions?
Well, yeah, okay. So there's videos, and videos are now being made.
Yes.
All over TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
The comments on POV Beauty, I found it interesting that POV Beauty hashtags Korean skincare.
Yeah, I still don't understand that, because
Mikayla said it was Korean inspired.
Well, who is the CEO?
Her name is Annie.
Is she Korean?
No, based on her last name, it's not a Korean last name.
Okay, well, I was going to give her the benefit of the doubt, but the only reason why you would tag it as Korean skincare is if it was founded in Korea or by a Korean owner. That's the only, the Korean skincare community has already spoken out and said that's the only true way to call it Korean skincare. Honestly, it's what did I say? It was a buzzword, right? It's very trendy. Last year was snail mucin. This year is it cordyceps? What are they using? No, this year's like salmon sperm and
well, yeah, the salmon sperm as a skincare ingredient is the new snail mucin of last year.
Well, you know what? She is using like a snow mushroom or something, right? I don't know, something like that. So to me, it's just marketing. You know, you can't tell me otherwise. I just feel like even to use Korean skincare, it's just, if it's not Korean founded, it's not Korean founded, made in Korea. It's not Korean skincare, and to me, it's a very, very inappropriate use for Korean skincare. It's cultural appropriation. Like, you're just trying to profit off of the trend. I don't want to say the trendiness, because Korean skincare has always been around. But
well, at least in American culture, it's like a trend here.
Yes, it's a trend here for sure.
So Caitlin Connor Divine chimed in and she said, it was a pre-order, but the wording was odd. Nothing nefarious, it's just silence. She also may not be legally able to respond if she's a majority owner. She's the founder of this brand. It's bad. The fact that she has been silent, and we'll see her post videos trying on Korean sperm skincare, going to parties, in bed at home, when people are like, hey, where's my order? And the fact that we live in a different world now where, especially women, they're more in tune to their buying power and what brands they are going to buy into. Especially when all consumers can now see, like, how, if I can water this down so make it easier for everyone to understand. Let me see. It's like when a customer walks into a store, especially a woman, they're already gonna know if they even want it or not, because they already read reviews and read about the product and watched videos before walking in the store. They don't really need to be sold on it, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I'm trying to say, is we really gotta be sold on something, because we did our research beforehand walking to the store. With that being said, the consumer, all of us, we're bombarded with so much skincare and makeup and just stuff every day. So when you buy something and you're waiting almost a month, it's like you don't even want it anymore. It's not a shiny toy. Like, you bought the instant gratification, you can say you bought it, and then it takes a while, you're like, I don't want it no more. I'm over it. It's like, it's not fun anymore, especially when you see all these people review it, and it takes away the fun of you reviewing it.
Exactly.
And I think that this was a chink in the armor of her whole entire brand. This was the loose link.
This wasn't a chink. This was a dent.
A dent? Yeah, I think it was a dent. Yeah. Or maybe this is the beauty mark on her career now. Oh my God, this is bad.
I think it's, what do we say? History repeats itself. This is Jacqueline 2.0.
It is Jacqueline 2.0. Yeah, it is.
Jacqueline Hill 2.0.
And you know what's crazy is that the brand that's investing behind her, which is Imaginary Labs or Imagine Labs, one of those, the investor group. It's sad that I feel like they were misled into buying into the Mikayla Nogueira brand for skincare. Because if her comment section is so polished and positive, then and that's what they're going off of, they were being misled. Maybe misled by, then I'm questioning, well, are the views even real? Why are the comments so heavily filtered? Is the engagement real? You know what I'm saying? So all these questions, I'm just like, huh. And I would be upset. Like, you mean you bought into somebody, gave them a whole brand, and now all these people are really upset? They don't know the tea, which is okay. Maybe she'll get the bag, but at the end of the day, the reputation is ruined.
Well, in a weird way, I don't feel bad for the investors, because how do you not do your due diligence? Mikayla is popular on TikTok. She's not popular on Instagram. She's not popular on YouTube. And I think that if we really look at the demographic of consumers, a lot of them are still coming from YouTube, right? A lot of people shop on Instagram. Using Instagram to sell is one, I think that Facebook Marketplace, Instagram, and YouTube are very overlooked markets because there's so many reviews. I can type in anything on YouTube and find a review on it versus, and especially on YouTube, you have to disclose that it's a paid partnership, that it's an ad. You know, on TikTok, you can get away with like a Vino partner, like a because it's quicker. I feel like the audience is already so used to short form content that it's easier to get away with an ad. If that makes sense. So I really feel like she's only popular on TikTok. She's not popular on YouTube. She's not popular on Instagram because she can't do the long form content. She can't sit down and do an entire get ready with me. Whereas, you know, people dissect it 10 times more on YouTube. And that's why I think she stays away from it.
Because they can see through it. I mean, the YouTube audience, if I can keep it real, the YouTube audience have been through, we talked about this before and I'll say it again, all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. The YouTube audience has been through the Manny Moose, the Laura Lee, the Jeffree Star, the Trisha Paytas dramas, the David Dobrik dramas. They're able to, they have an eye of discernment when someone is just being BSing it. The YouTube audience is more woke to that, where TikTok has a demographic of a younger audience and they haven't been through that. You know, I'll get on TikTok and they're like, this is all you talk about. They have no idea the lore. I've been on here for 10 years. Like, what are you talking about? They're just now discovering it. And I think that she's manipulating this audience to her advantage. And for her not coming on YouTube, because if Mikayla were to get on YouTube and just do a vlog every day of her life, it would be kind of boring. But if she did that, then you would really see some insights. For example, the day she dropped her 29 million viewed video of my husband in rehab, right after that video where she's crying in it, the next video, same outfit, same hair, she drops a Dolce & Gabbana foundation review, all happy. And it's like, girl, you couldn't just drop that video and then take the day off? Because I remember when I had to make apology videos and then scandals, it was like, girl, make the apology video, don't monetize it, don't have products in it. Make the apology video, and that's the only video you post that day. But she gets a pass? Because if it was anybody else, if it was Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, Trisha Paytas doing what she did, they would get dragged through the mud and the fire. Oh my God, people would be up and on it. You're gonna sit there and put on makeup, your own brand, and apologize and or cry, and then you're gonna drop a video an hour later, all happy, putting on makeup, a Dolce & Gabbana review. It just doesn't seem genuine to me at all. But some people will sit there and defend that. Well, it's her job. Because we get that comments when we go live. I'm like, yeah, it's your job, but even you gotta know when to pump the brakes, girl.
Yeah, at first, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely was defending her in the sense that, you know, she was doing a get ready with me because she's comfortable, right? Like, I think that whenever you're going through something, anything in life, right? I think that doing something that's comfortable to you may make it a little bit easier to talk about. Like, I don't know, like, you know, when you're going through a hard time and then you're able to sit like at a table with your friends and you're just able to talk about it a little bit easier, whereas like maybe you're with your family and you just burst into tears, right? So to me, I was kind of thinking that maybe her speaking about it in that format was just a little bit easier, but at the same time, once she started dropping the other videos, like the Dolce & Gabbana, the snack platter, what else? She did a few other videos, the decluttering, right? Throwing shade at Jeffree Star. I just feel that's where now it feels a little bit more calculated. And it reminds me of back in the beginning of the year when she said, I'm going through something, but I'm not going to talk about it. And I just feel like for you to say that in the beginning of the year and then now you're speaking about it, it's very calculated.
Right before the launch of the relaunch.
Yeah, right before the launch of the relaunch.
And not only that, right? Because there's a lot of people that I've seen that are now waking up. It's just like, if you look at the scope and the canon of work and the totality of circumstances, you're like, no, I'm not believing this, based on everything she's done in the past before.
Well, and people also can't separate the fact that they're like, oh my gosh, you hate Mikayla, blah, 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 blah. And then they, in the same breath, they're like, but you're still buying her products. Like, we're still fans of makeup at the end of the day. We're still consumers. A lot of people hate Jeffree Star, but they're still going to use his makeup and can't deny that he has some of the best formulas on the market. You know what I mean? Like, two can exist in the same breath. So I don't know. I just think that everything that she has done since has been very calculated. We even exposed that the account that she took that comment from was an account with 0 followers. It was a bot.
That part.
I was going to say, you remember, there was a little picture with the sunflowers, and it's like, of everything. You have all these 3 different things.
Hearts for Greg.
The Michael Duvall thing, the people getting their skin burned, and then the delayed shipping. But you're picking this random comment and talking about this one. And then also in the same week, we see the real her when she gets her feelings hurt about Trisha Paytas.
And she'll drop a video like that, but won't address her own paying customers. The thing is, I think this bird, I think she got her bag. She got a check from these investors. She's just the face of the skincare brand. And she just has to talk about new products when it comes out and make X amount of videos and X amount of posts. And that's it. She kicks her bag. It's making her look bad. It's not even and the thing, everyone says, oh yeah, Mikayla Nogueira's makeup line. I mean skincare line. And I'm like, that's the thing right there. How are you gonna drop a skincare line when you're known for makeup, girl? And you know what? That whole thing, I don't want her to come out with makeup either. She should have came out with Boston baked beans, Mikayla Nogueira's Boston clam chowder. You know, I would have been excited about that. Hey, and can you imagine Mikayla in a kitchen, right? In an old Boston kitchen style. And she has her baked beans in a can. And she got her, her lobster biscuits. Boston biscuits. Clam chowder. You got 3 things. Boston baked beans, the Boston clam chowder, and your Boston biscuit. That's what Boston is known for. She couldn't... Girl, I would have been excited.
Hold on, Boston cream pies.
Boston cream pie? She could have been the next Patti LaBelle. That would have been fun for her to do. I would have bought that. And repurchased it. Girl, makeup, they're in this tariff economy, skincare in this tariff. This is a bad move because a lot of people are now wanting a refund, wanting their money back, canceling orders on top of the mounting tariff thing that's going on in China. This restock that they're doing, I wonder if they're even making any money off of this. This is bad. To have a small business and then get hit with a tariff, it's bad. At this point, it's not even about her products being good or bad. It's a political thing at this point with her tariffs coming in. Because can you imagine those prices? What is it, 140%? Damn. How are you making any money, girl?
Well, at the end of the day, she doesn't care because it's not her money.
It's still making her look bad. This is what contributes to like a Jaclyn Hill effect.
Okay, I hear you. I see you. I don't think she cares because I think that to her, it just doesn't matter. Like, I think that she knows that at the end of the day, her fan base is still going to stand behind her, right? It was only until Jaclyn had the lipstick gate that I feel like her fans truly saw the veil started to lift. You know what I mean? I don't see the same thing with Mikayla's stan. They are still riding extra hard. Because remember, when Jaclyn Hill was going through everything, her fans were still in your comment section, also contributing to the narratives. They weren't backing down.
This is going to be interesting to see. Every time she uploads a video and she doesn't address the concerns of the people, it's not a good look. All right, thank you, La Boo Boo. Grab my camera down right here.
Pink La Boo Boo.
There's Pink La Boo Boo. All right, thank you.
Business, Instagram, whoever her team is, using all like lowercase letters. Like, I'm sorry, I worked at a software company, and when we provided support to people, we had to be, what's it called? Professional. Okay. And being professional would be typing in regular text. So there's just that off the bat. Okay. So this must be a 16-year-old working here. Okay. The response to our launch was truly blown us away, which means that they knew that they were going to have a lot of traction and didn't prepare for it. That's what they're saying. While we're a small team, see, they're already putting the blame on the client. They're saying we're a small team, so you need to understand that instead of taking ownership, right? While we're a small team, we're working quickly to get your order out as soon as possible. For more details on your order, please reach out to help desk at POV Beauty. Why would you even send anything? That's not even anything. You literally, okay, clearly if this person is coming to your Instagram to comment, they have already reached out to the help desk. The help desk is attached to the product website. So if I'm a client and I'm going out of my way to comment on your Instagram, it means that I have not received a response. And now, not only I'm having to take extra time out of my day to comment on your Instagram post to try to get somebody to listen to me, and you're going to tell me to go back to the website? Okay. Yeah. Let's see. I think they're deleting comments. Because I'm not seeing anything else negative. And I think that, well, that wasn't even really fully negative. It was slightly negative, but they responded to it. Okay, someone said, yeah, but you don't have any product to ship out to customers. How do you run a business in your very first launch and you overall your product by hundreds, if not thousands, and there's not even a date to when we'll get our products? It's very interesting, because that's what I'm realizing here now. It's very clear to me, the marketing tactic here, that it was never about skincare. None of that. It wasn't about her mom's skin. She's just using these stories to sell a product. She's using her real life and is injecting it into her marketing when it suits her. And then when anybody has any type of criticism for her, she cries wolf. This person's a bully. You're a bully. Do we want to talk about real bullies? We want to talk about bullies? Mikayla, I think it's really interesting. So if we want to talk about bullying, right? And I kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier. Anybody, if you go to Reddit and you look up Mikayla Nogueira Tumblr, she had a Tumblr that she had a lot of followers on when she was a teenager. And she would get questions, right? So in your little ask me box, right? And she would answer them. And boy, were her answers pretty unsavory sometimes. There's videos also of her saying some pretty T-phobic rhetoric. I just think it's really interesting how, one, she's never addressed it. She also was poking fun at people's bodies and stuff like that. And you could go to say she was a teenager, blah, 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 right? But if she was a bully then, what makes me think she's not a bully now? Because I've been watching Mikayla for years, and I remember when she was first popping off and the information about the Tumblr came out. The information about her Tumblr came out and there was clips that were circulating. But when it comes to stuff like that, she's really good at marketing, right? So what she does is, the other day when she was getting a lot of criticism about the Cody situation, she was posting so many videos to her TikTok because she knew she was getting more views to her page. So she started to post more content because she knew that TikTok was pushing it. And Mikayla also knows that on TikTok, something that really pushes is if people are having conversation. You hadn't heard about it? Oh, it is not good. It's bad. She would lose a lot of fans if people knew that about her. But the thing is that and here's the thing is that, people are willing to forgive, they are willing to forgive. But when you are the type of person that acts like your shit doesn't stink, that's not fair, and she spent a lot of time talking very negatively about other creators and the way. The Tumblr is bad. I'll look it up right now too. Let's see what we can find real quick. It's not good. It was a Tumblr that was based on her ED. And so, Mikayla has been in the social media space and knows how to build a following. She's known that. She's known that for a very long time, since she was a teenager. So, and I know that she was watching Jeffree Star back then, back when Manny MUA, Nikki Tutorials, Jaclyn Hill, we were all watching these creators, Raw Beauty Christie, Jackie Aina. And so she knows, but she likes to play stupid. She's very smart and very calculated. And a lot of her fans don't think as critically as she does. And that's why she gets away with what she does, is because she doesn't have a fan base of critical thinkers. She doesn't. I mean, the best manipulators never show like that's why her fans are so duped by her, because she's so good at what she's doing. She is good at it. But what happens is that people don't understand is that the mask will eventually slip, right? And you can do as much as you can to try to keep it from slipping and sliding off your face, but people will see little peaks and corners. And then once they start poking holes, you know, that's when situations happen. Yeah. See, she did just send Michael Duvall a POV, PR box. Yeah, she did. So, and never addressed it. She doesn't take any accountability. And that is my problem with her. You know, I think that I love a redemption story. I love people doing better, but you need to be held accountable. Yeah, it's okay. When you said PR, I was like, oh, POV and it's PR. No, it's girl, I understand what you're saying. But the thing is that it's about taking accountability. And she seems to lack that skill. So I think the only person that can get through to her is Rich Lux. And that's why she has such a problem with him, is because he's the only one that will call her out. And he doesn't even dislike her. She dislikes him because she doesn't like being called out on her stuff. She likes people blowing smoke up her hoo-ha and saying, you're amazing, you're great, you're all these things. Mikayla, how does that feel when you turn the camera off though? Like, you literally manipulated the hell out of Trisha Paytas into getting backstage passes out about making her show about you when you were talked about for 10 minutes and it wasn't negative. And you bullied a pregnant woman who has a past, you know, kind of a tumultuous past with the internet, and she's in such a great place with it. And you, what do? You go, how do I make this about me completely? Instead of being like, you know, it's not like she came on here and made a video about Rich, which she has done before to her millions of followers. You are a bully, Mikayla Nogueira. You are the bully. And, you know, it's a choice. It's a conscious choice to be a bully, and you're deciding to be a bully. You have all this influence and you're using it for wrong. That's why you feel so empty and you feel the way you do and you act the way you do. And continuing to try to manipulate people into giving you their money, it may work for a while and people will probably do it forever. There's still be people who always believe that you were just a sweet girl who's being attacked. You're not. You're a grown woman who's coming on the internet and is profiting and monetizing off of her own family and friends' pain for financial gain. And, you know, the Cody situation is disgusting and she's sick. And the fact that she even props herself up, like, she just wants praise all the time. She doesn't want, here's the thing though, she won't openly show like a part of herself that's like an ugly side, because we all have that, right? She pretends.
Just stay on the line just a second.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, guys, let me know what you think about this drama in the comments down below. If you haven't already, please join. We have members open now. You can join and be a member. I know many of you are subscribed. Thank you for liking the video and commenting. But if you want some extra tea, join, be a sneaky snake, and pick up that new level. I can't wait to see how many of you do that. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys so much. This is Rich Let, the hottest news on you to the tube. Bye, guys. Mwah.